Hello and welcome to Offscript. My name is Stephen Edgington. For many, Poland represents the future of Europe. Its economy is growing, its military is strong, and so far it has maintained its traditional values in the face of a cultural revolution sweeping the West. To discuss the challenges facing Poland, including its difficult relationship with Europe, I'm joined by Minister Arkadiusz Mularczyk, the Secretary of State for Europe and Poland's Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister. Thank you very much, Minister, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's discuss Poland's demand from Germany of reparations for their role in invading Poland during the Second World War. Why is Poland demanding this money now?
This is a very important issue for Poland and for Poles. We have a cross-party agreement in Poland, and the polls shows that 60–70% Polish people support this issue. During the Second World War, Poland was completely destroyed. We lost about 6 million people. We lost 50% our territory and almost 50% our GDP. So every Polish family was affected the Second World War. And Germany killed many Poles, and to these days never paid any compensation for Poland and for Poles. And after the war, Poland was occupied by Russia. Poland was as a satellite state. And so this is the reason why we are raising now this issue, this topic, because we are independent, sovereign country. And finally, we prepare a comprehensive war report. This report was published 1 year ago in the Royal Castle in Warsaw, and we show our war losses and how we calculated these losses. And this is the reason why we decided to put this issue on the table, on the international table, not only between Poland and Germany, because this is not a bilateral issue. This is a universal issue because it's connected with the human rights and rule of law, and generally with the lack of the justice after the Second World War for Poles and many other countries, like Greece, Serbia, Ukraine, or even Belarus.
What are the chances of Germany actually paying this money? Because you're asking for over €1 trillion. Germany say that the matter has already been settled in an agreement in 1990 and it's time to move on from this. So what are the chances of this actually happening?
I think that the chances are very high because we start international or global education information action. We put this issue on the table on the many international organizations like United Nations, Council of Europe, US Congress, and here in London in House of Commons we would like to present our losses. And so I think this is a very important issue for Poland, especially now, and for the Europe and for the world, because now we see the war in Ukraine. We see how difficult and horrible is war for the people, for the country, and we can compare the situation. That even that the Ukraine will be reconstructed after the war, this country lost millions of people who emigrate to other countries. So the same situation happens in Poland. 8 years ago, we lost 11 million of people because almost 6 million people was died, and the rest of people was emigrate to other countries, United States, Britain, and to other countries. So, and millions of people stay on the so-called lost territories on the east of Poland.
For many years, Poland has faced invasion from Germany, from Prussia as it was back in the 18th century. And beyond that, as you say, in the Second World War and many other times, Germany has threatened Poland's position as a sovereign state in Europe. Are you concerned that the European Union is now being dominated by Germany? And what steps is Poland taking to try and make sure that Germany does not have this domination in Europe?
Yes, I'm absolutely agree with you that our land, our territory between Germany and Russia. So this is probably the most difficult place in Europe, maybe in the world. And when we joined to the European Union in 2004, we thinking that it will be an organization when the whole countries have the same position, equal rights. But now we see that there is a lot of discrimination, different countries, smaller countries, and European Union play an important role for the German foreign policy, because they have a lever instrument. How can they engage on the internal issues, countries like Poland, and we see that, and even that we support our membership on the European Union, Polish society support it, but we see there is a lot of not very good things for our economy, our politics, and the German use the Brussels lever to create influence, political influence and tensions in Polish politics and in Polish economy. And if I can mention about reparation, we put this issue on the European Union table, and now we don't have any positive signals from Brussels, but we're thinking that Brussels should be engaged in this very important historical issue between Poland and Germany, yes, because this issue is connected with the rule of law and human rights.
The irony is that Poland is demanding reparations from Germany through Brussels, but at the same time, Brussels has frozen money that is meant for Poland over their concerns over the Poland's reforms to the justice system. And Brussels has also tried to restrict money for Poland for other reasons. For example, Poland's rights, record on rights for LGBT people, and for other internal concerns for Poland's domestic situation. Do you think that the EU is your friend or your foe?
It's a good question. Yes, generally it's a friend, yes. But when we try to see details, we see a lot of challenges. I'm absolutely sure that Berlin creates tensions across European Union towards Poland, because they would like to change Polish government. Yes, we present our report 1 year ago, but the discussion about the reparation compensation started 6 years ago. So German political class see that our government prepared this action, made this political decision to demand reparation from Germany, and they try to build a political action against Polish government. So, in my opinion, these arguments about the rule of law in Poland, the problem with the rule of law, it's absolutely political argument, because we don't have the same justice system in all European countries. So there are different political and legal justice system in all European countries. So it is very easy to attack one country and describe this country as a country who have the problem with the rule of law, yes, because we don't have the same rules in all countries in European Union. So we're thinking that, this is my opinion, that this action against Poland with the rule of law, it was connected with our reparation demands.
Do you think that Poland misses Britain as an ally within the European Union when it comes to these confrontations with Brussels?
Great Britain is a very important, I think, strategic partner for Poland. And I think British political class should understand this historical context. Because for many British people, Second World War, this is the history, yes. It was 8 years ago, and many people forgot about that. But for Polish society, for Poland, this is still living a painful issue, yes. because every family was affected. In every city, every villages, we have the places where was German war crimes, not Nazi war crimes. And we're thinking that especially Great Britain, United States, France and other European countries should understand that this historical context issue have a strong implication to current relation between Germany and Poland. And this tension creates problems for the European Union, for the NATO, and generally for our relation in a European society. So my role is to explain our colleagues, British society, that this historical issue has still a strong implication between our countries and have a strong implication to European Union.
But do you think that Britain, since leaving the EU, has caused Poland a bit of a problem, because the European Union has always been dominated between the Germans and the French, and with the British trying to have some influence and also a big economy. But now Poland may have lost a potential ally within the EU.
I think after the war in Ukraine, we see that the geopolitics change in Europe. We see the crucial role of Poland in the security system. I think we have absolutely new situation, geopolitical situation in Europe. We see the strong connection between Poland, Baltic states, Scandinavian states, and especially with the Great Britain and United States. Probably we see that we are the like-minded countries, yes. And on the other hand, we see the quite strange German position, yes. And maybe this is it's a chance to present that in this situation shows that history still have a play important role in Europe between our countries, and this unresolved historical issue between Poland and Germany have a implication to our allies.